Yeah, and we'll talk about some more solutions in just a moment here. Matthew, in this same game, we hinted at it, but CeeDee Lamb shut down for the season. He's been dealing with the shoulder injury for a while now. The Cowboys have decided to just not play him the last 2 weeks, let him get healthy, let him get right, and look towards the future. The problem is, Matthew, CeeDee Lamb has probably helped plenty of fantasy managers get this far. What is the solution? I mean, not that there's a clear-cut solution because you're not replacing CeeDee Lamb, but this has gigantic fantasy ramifications at this stage of the season.
Obviously, a guy that was a consensus top 5 pick overall. My guy, Eights. I call him Eights. Everyone else calls him CeeDee Lamb. But somebody that's been, well, maybe not having the monster year he had last season because of the change in quarterback and the lack of production there, but still been a wide receiver 1 this year, a locked-in starter, and now he's going to miss the rest of the season. He frees up a 27% target share on this Cowboys offense, which has looked passable, no pun intended. It has looked reasonable under Cooper Rush after a slow start. Cooper Rush, I think, has stabilized the offense, and they looked fine. You know what I mean? They were able to move the ball against Tampa Bay. It's going to be a tougher test, obviously, against an Eagles defense that's really good. But Brandin Cooks, who's available in 83% of leagues. Jalen Tolbert is available in 91% of leagues. Very quietly, Tolbert has scored in 3 of the last 5 games. So if you are desperate, I think either one of those guys you could look at. But again, they're playing the Eagles. Like, for as much as the Eagles, are probably taking a downgrade on the offensive side of the ball without Jalen Hurts, like, their defense is still elite, and they're probably licking their wounds after that brutal loss to my Washington Commanders last week. So I will tell you this. I'll just give a quick example. Jalen Tolbert is available in the League of Assholes. He's in our league, the league finals, and I did not pick him up. I had the opportunity to pick him up and play him against Big Show, and I decided not to because I'm just like, am I really going to start Jalen Tolbert against the Eagles in a finals matchup? I didn't want to go there. But again, if you are desperate, those are the 2 beneficiaries. Maybe Jake Ferguson gets a leap here. Jake Ferguson, who's been on that borderline tight end 1, tight end 2 radar and hasn't been great since he's come back from injury. Maybe Jake Ferguson gets a little bit of a lift and you feel a little bit more confident about starting him. But the whole situation, Connor, is ugly. And I'm going to go out and say that this is the worst championship week in fantasy football history. The 2 Wednesday games, starting the week super early with 2 Wednesday games, and then the abomination that was last night. And, the lack of scoring, obviously, the Texans nuking everyone, the Steelers nuking everyone, the Seahawks and Bears nuking everyone. Now there's 3 games on Saturday. And then there's only 2 games in the 4:00 window on Sunday. The whole thing, and then you add in all the injuries, losing guys like Jalen Hurts and CeeDee Lamb, Ken Walker in your final week. This is awful. It's just been an awful championship week, Connor, if I'm being honest.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and Rotoworld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched. Or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.